Hi, friends. Let's continue learning about summer. Okay, so I know that one of my most important things in the summer is my air conditioner, or at least a fan. I have one going right now. As the summer weather continues, we're going to start doing more and more summer things. Yesterday, we talked about summer weather and summer activities. So we said that the weather during the summer can be hot or warm, humid, sticky, sunny, sometimes rainy, and very bright. We also talked about the activities that we do in the summer, and there are a lot of them. And I'm sure we could think of even more. We said we go to the beach or pool, we stay outside a lot, we play with beach balls in the sands, we look for shells, we can swim or play volleyball, or go bike riding or get a tan. But you know what we forgot? Surfing, or going on a boat, or going to a water park, or sprinklers. We forgot a lot of good things about the summer. One of my favorite things is using a pail and shovel and making a sand castle. And we're gonna make our own pail today for our craft. So let's read our story, and then we'll fill in the rest of our chart. The clothing that we wear in the summer, and some of the food that we eat in the summer. Maybe our story will give us some clues. Let's check it out. So the book I'm reading today is a really good one. It's a really old one. It's called Harry by the Sea by Jean Zion. Let's take a look. Harry was a white dog with black spots, who liked everything about the seashore, except the hot sun. One day, when the sun was hotter than ever, Harry looked for a shady place to sit. But when he tried to get under the family's beach umbrella, it was too crowded, and the family made him leave. Poor Harry. When he crawled into the children's sand castle, the walls fell in, and the children chased him away. When he walked in the shade that a lady made, she became angry and told him to stop following her. Go away, she said. She was very annoyed. The sun was very hot, and Harry had walked a long way from the beach. He was tired, so he sat down at the water's edge. All of a sudden, a big wave came from behind and crashed down right on top of him. When the wave rolled back, Harry was left floating in the water. He was completely covered with seaweed. He didn't look like a dog anymore. He looked like something from the bottom of the sea. See him? Suddenly, a lady saw him floating toward her. "Help! Help!" she shrieked. "It's a sea monster!" The lifeguard heard her and blew his whistle. "Everybody out! Everybody out of the water!" Everyone ran out of the water, and so did Harry. He was still covered with cold, wet seaweed. It made him feel cool and comfortable, and now he didn't mind the sun at all. He felt so good, he started running back to his family. But on his way, some people saw him. "It's a sea serpent," one of them screamed. "It's a giant sandworm," shrieked another. Harry had water in his ears and could hardly hear them. He kept on running toward the main beach. When he got there, Harry stopped and stared. Instead of just his family's umbrella, now there were hundreds of them. So he couldn't find his own family's. Harry couldn't tell one umbrella from another. Oh no. Suddenly, 2 beach attendants saw him. "My goodness," one of them gasped. "What's that?" "It's a bushy-backed sea slug," exclaimed the other. They whispered for a moment, and then they ran away. Poor Harry. Harry went from umbrella to umbrella, but he couldn't find his family. Everyone wore sun hats and sunglasses, and everyone used suntan lotion just like his family. So we see sun hats, sunglasses, bathing suits, sandals. Harry looked and sniffed very hard, but it was no use. He couldn't tell one family from another. Suddenly, the 2 beach attendants came running back, carrying a big litter basket. They ran toward Harry. "Stand back," one of them said to the crowd. "We're going to catch it and take it to the aquarium," said the other. Then they tiptoed right up behind Harry and raised the litter basket over his head. Harry didn't know the beach attendants were behind him. He was listening to something. He thought he heard someone calling his name. There it was again. "Harry! Harry!" Now Harry was sure. He didn't wait another second. Just as the basket came down, whoosh, he ran. He ran right out from under the basket. It happened so fast, the beach attendants just stood there with their mouths open. As he raced through the crowd, some people screamed, some people ran, some people did both. But Harry paid no attention. He kept on running across the beach. When he got to the hot dog stand, he stopped and barked happily. Behind the counter, the hot dog man was shouting. It was his voice that Harry had heard. But Harry had water in his ears and couldn't hear very well. The man wasn't shouting, "Harry, Harry." He was shouting, "Hurry, hurry, get 'em while they're hot." Harry still thought the man was calling his name. He barked and jumped with joy. He jumped so much that suddenly all the seaweed fell off. When the crowd saw that Harry was just a dog, they gasped. They could hardly believe their eyes. All at once, Harry began to jump higher than ever. He saw his children. They were running toward him. "Oh, Harry," they cried, "we heard you bark. We've been looking for you everywhere." Harry was so happy that he did a little dance. The hot dog man was very grateful to Harry for bringing the crowd to his stand. He sold all the hot dogs he had, and he gave Harry a free hamburger. The lady who had told Harry to go away came along and bought him a cold drink. "You're no sea monster," she said. "You were just a lost hot dog." Everyone laughed except the 2 children. "He's not lost," one of them said. "He's Harry, and he's ours." Then they hurried off to join the rest of their family. The next time Harry's family went to the beach, they brought a new umbrella. Harry liked this one very much. It was white with black spots. No matter how crowded the beach became, it was easy to find. But best of all, it was big, and when the sun got very hot, there was room underneath for all of them. Well, that was a nice summer story, and it certainly had a lot of the things that are going to go on our list now. So, let's think about summer clothing. Let's do that one first. What are some of the things that we wear in the summer? All right, so we know that we wear sunglasses, we wear shorts, we wear t-shirts and tank tops, we wear sandals and flip-flops, we wear bathing suits, we wear hats, and we wear sunblock. Right? That's an important one. Now, and I'm sure we're going to think of some more. We could add them to our list tomorrow. We're going to talk about some more things about summer. Let's talk about food that we eat in the summer. Summer is a time when a lot of people barbecue. They cook outside. So we eat barbecue. And what do you make at a barbecue? Hamburgers and hot dogs, just like in our story. Hamburgers, hot dogs, that's right. Now, what about something else that drives around in a truck and it sings a little song and you hear it coming and you run and say, "Mommy!" The ice cream man. We eat ice cream in the summer. We eat ices. We drink cold drinks like lemonade and water. You gotta drink plenty of water in the summer because if you get very hot, you can get dehydrated. Okay. So, are we forgetting anything? I'm sure we are. Oh, we definitely eat a lot of fruit in the summer. And what are some of the fruits that we like to eat in the summer? A big one, watermelon! That is my favorite summer fruit. Watermelon, definitely. All right. Let's do all of this in one video today. And let's get it done. Let's see what we can do. We're going to make our own pail. And we're going to make it look three-dimensional. We're going to do a trick with it. So I'm going to use chalk to decorate mine because I think chalk is like a summery thing. Sidewalk chalk, right? So you're going to need a piece of paper. I'm going to use 2 different colors, but you don't have to. And you can, if you don't have colored paper, you can color your own paper. I'm going to use chalk, but you don't have to. You can use markers or crayons or whatever you want. And you're going to need tape or glue. So, out of your first paper, you're going to draw the shape of a pail. So I have this one to show you, and it's kind of like a rectangle shape, but it's a little bit wider on the top than the bottom. Okay? So, what I'm going to do to show you is I'm going to draw the shape. I'm going to draw a big line on top and a smaller line on the bottom. And then I'm just going to connect those lines. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit bigger on the top. Okay, and I'm just going to cut that shape out. Then I'm going to cut a strip out of my other piece of paper. Okay, so I have a strip, and that's going to be the handle of the pail. Okay, and if that one's not long enough, we'll cut out another one. All right, now we're going to cut out our pail shape. Okay, and we always need a pail and a shovel when we go to the beach. You know how you do it. You take sand that's a little bit wet. If you use dry sand, it doesn't work so well. So you take sand that's a little bit wet, and you fill up your pail all the way to the top. You pat it down till it's nice and packed, and then you quick turn it over. You pat the top, and when you pick it up, you have a sand castle. So much fun. Then you can put little sticks in top, like their flags, decorate it with rocks and shells. So much fun. All right, so we've got our pail shape. We've got our handle shape. And all you really need to do is decorate your pail. So I'm going to take my chalk. I'm just going to make some stripes. Maybe some squiggles. However you want to do it. Get creative. You can draw the sun. You can draw the beach. You can make a happy face. Whatever you like. It's up to you. So, now that I have my pail decorated the way I like, I'm going to add my handle. Now, when you have the handle of your pail, there's one part on this side and one part on this side. So when you hold it like this, you only see one part and the other part's in the back. That's how we're going to do it, and it's going to be like magic. So we're going to attach the handle on this side, okay? I'm going to take a little bit of glue and attach my handle to one side of my pail, okay? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over to the other side. That one was a little bit long, and I'm going to attach it to the back of the pail. Okay, and that way it's going to almost look like a real pail. And that's our pail craft. Maybe you can even make a shovel to go with it. Okay, my friends, I'll see you tomorrow and we'll talk more about the summer.